Welcome to another episode of Can You Reach That?
Can you reach that?
Well, it's Thanksgiving week, man.
Gobble,
So,
gobble.
Nothing better to talk about than the cousin to the turkey, the chicken.
The chicken?
Chicken.
Chicken for Thanksgiving?
Our legendary skater icon, Tony Hawk, has partnered up and created a restaurant, man, called Chicken Hawk.
Chicken Hawk.
Chick and Hawk.
Not, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and it's a fast fine concept. So it's a restaurant that kind of combines a little bit of an elevated dining experience with that accessible feeling.
Yeah.
I have some notes.
Little upscale fast food joint.
Ensenadas, California is where it's going to be located. Well, it's open now. The Birdman is their signature fried chicken sandwich with it's basically Nashville hot inspired, coleslaw, pickles, and a creamy kimchi comeback sauce. They also have seafood, oysters, fish sandwiches, salads, duck fat fries, and even caviar service.
Sounds fancy.
And they serve liquor. So, I thought that was pretty interesting. It's a creative name, Chicken Hawk. I mean,
It is.
It's a great name.
It works. I'm trying to figure out what how the skating aspect plays into it.
So I guess the theme of the restaurant is kind of that 90s skater vibe.
With caviar.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I might have to road trip and check it out. Why not? You know,
That's pretty cool. I wonder what obviously they have some items on the menu that I haven't seen anywhere else at any other chicken facility.
Like duck fat fries?
Like duck fat fries, yeah. So that's definitely some high-end luxury type shit.
Yeah, I won't get caviar service because that's not my thing. But
wonder how much that costs.
I check out the duck fat fries and obviously I'd got to get the signature sandwich, right?
Yeah.
You don't go to a chicken sandwich place and say, "Can I get a hot dog?"
Let me get the seafood.
Well, they serve seafood, so apparently it's supposed to be all right. So, but no, I think it's kind of cool. I low key when I saw the title Chicken Hawk, I'm like, is Mac 10 involved?
Right. That's the first thing I thought.
So that would have been fantastic.
Mac 10 was the biggest chicken hawker back in the day.
Mac 10 and Tony Hawk, that would be the most unlikely of duos to create a restaurant. But
that'd be the most unlikely duo since Snoop and Martha.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, I just saw. I don't know the details, but I actually just saw that there's a new partnership with the gin. With the Snoop Dogg,
the gin and juice,
with him and Dre and Martha Stewart. I guess there's a new flavor or whatnot. I don't know, but I saw something. I got to look up to it. It flew by my radar, and I didn't get the chance to
match made in heaven. You know,
look in. So
if we can get all of Martha's parties sponsored by Snoop's gin and juice.
Do you know between Snoop and Martha, there's one convicted felon in that partnership,
and it ain't Snoop.
So. Good stuff. But yeah, Tony Hawk, man, congrats on the restaurant.
Yeah.
I might go have to check that out. Just I'm a food guy, so why not, right?
Yeah.
So maybe we'll do a
little road trip,
little side quest. So
I'd be down.
But yeah, man, chicken sandwiches. What do y'all think? Chicken sandwich, Tony Hawk, Chicken Hawk? Let me know if you've been there. Let me know if you're going to go. Hit us in the comments. Can you reach that?
You see that?
Let's talk about it. That.
Believe that.
Let the people know that we see that.
And what they want to know.
Can you reach that?
Can you reach that?
And now your host, Tango and Coop.
Can you reach that? Can you reach that?
Can you reach that?
Wanted to start off this Thanksgiving episode with a little bit of some statistics, some analytics.
Man, you love analytics, man.
What can I say? I'm a nerd like that. I like my numbers.
We gotta get you onto the Apple and the other platforms.
Yeah, because I stay on the Spotify.
We got to do
right?
like as a whole.
Yeah, I mean Spotify. I feel like that's the largest streaming platform, even though they do their artists dirty, but. That's neither here nor there.
Enough about that.
back to the statistics.
By the way, you can check us out on Spotify.
So Eminem's album, The Eminem Show, recently just crossed 9 billion streams.
Wow, 9 billion.
9 billion.
So he's going to be the first to 10.
Yes, and that is also the first rap album from the 2000s to cross 9 billion streams. From 2000 to 2010.
Crazy.
There are other rap albums to cross, but that's the first one from the 2000s, which is very surprising. It's also still the top 50 most streamed album of all times of all genres, currently sitting at number 44.
So all time, all genres.
All time, all genres.
It's still sitting there in the top 50.
Number 44. He is also the only rapper with 6 songs that have over 2 billion streams
Each. Wow.
Yeah.
So wait, he's
And
the only rapper
yes,
with 6 songs.
by my recollections. If you guys can find some other information, please correct me, hit us up in the comments, let me know, or you can hit me up and hype me up on how right I am. But he's also one of the few rappers that have 60 billion streams overall over the whole catalog.
Wow.
60 billion. Yeah. So there's a lot. There's a lot that Eminem has been racking up over these past couple years.
I feel like you definitely went for the bulk analytics.
Yeah.
That's a lot of streams. That's a lot of streams.
It is. I mean, 9 billion off. I mean, we're talking, he dropped that album early 2000s. So
Yeah.
we're talking 20 plus years to get to 9 billion.
And don't forget, streaming wasn't that prevalent
Back in the day.
Right.
Yeah. So this is a more as of late type of thing going on here. Yeah. But there are a couple other artists that have 9 billion streams. Would you like to take a guess?
Well, I know one is probably XX Extension.
Yes, he is one of the artists that have over 9 billion streams.
And if I had to guess another, maybe like a Travis Scott.
No, Travis Scott is a high streamer, but not in the 9 billion streams category.
Who's the last?
There's 2 other ones that I was able to come across. Post Malone,
And Drake.
which I think is kind of surprising, and Drake. Yeah, Drake is the other one. But I thought Post Malone was surprising because
Crazy.
his rap stint only lasted a couple years, you know?
Yeah.
He dropped a couple albums, but he's got 2 albums that have over 9 billion streams in the rap
Wow,
category.
there it
So
is.
that's impressive. 2 from Post Malone, 2 from Drake, 1 from Triple X, and now 1 from Eminem. So he's in pretty good company with that. And you mentioned Travis Scott, right?
I did.
Travis Scott, Drake, and Eminem are now 3 rappers with over 60 billion streams over their whole catalog.
That's a lot.
So Travis Scott is a big streamer, but
Yeah.
apparently none of his albums have crossed the 9 billion streams yet. But I'm sure that's going to come here within the next couple years or so.
For sure.
Yeah. So, yeah, I just thought that was pretty interesting. You know, shout out to Eminem because that was a great album. I love the Eminem show.
Eminem show, I think it was probably one of those classic.
And, you know, you also saw a shift in his rap style, you know, because we got it where I don't want to say he's totally away from Slim Shady at this point, but, you know, I mean, opening up the album with White America, that's like one of the first 2 songs on there. So, you know, he got a little more serious on this album, but it was pretty dope.
Yeah, I mean that's hell of accomplishments, and I mean that's only a small portion of M's accolades. I mean, I know he's got dozens of other, firsts in his career and whatnot.
I mean, this is basically just this album.
But just on the Spotify tip on this album, that's crazy. That's a lot of streams. I mean,
I thought so. I thought it was impressive.
So yeah, like you said, he's in good company. He's got Drake and.
Yeah. And speaking of Drake, his album Take Care is 14 years old now.
14 years.
Yeah, which is crazy because it doesn't seem like it came out 14 years ago. Time is flying.
I can't completely recollect when it came out. So
well, it's 14 years ago.
now that you've said it, I fully recognize that it's 14 years ago.
Yeah, but this album has been diamond certified. He's got a Grammy off of it. It's got over 6.5 billion streams on Spotify. Still charting in the top 23 longest charting rap albums. It's one of, if not the only diamond rap album of the 2010s. And ironically, 14 years old. And 2025 is when it's received its most streams. So this year, it's like people have really been jumping on this album.
Do you think that people are not feeling new Drake and they're just like, let's go back to old Drake?
Maybe it's possible. I mean, new Drake is, people might be off of new Drake after the whole Kendrick beef, like, but then I didn't, there's not much, I didn't really like.
I mean, I feel like it's certain artists kind of get that way that, they evolve with time, right? And people miss, either they adapt and they enjoy or they don't, and like when you think about like Kanye has a huge following, but I feel like a lot of people prefer early Kanye versus
later Kanye. Yeah.
So like, you go back to College Dropout, and things like that, and people are like, yes.
Yeah. But I mean, I have a love-hate relationship with Kanye as a artist. Early Kanye, there was a hunger there.
Right.
There was something to prove. The 3 album series of College Dropout, Late Registration, Graduation was a great series altogether. Everything after that, I feel like he stepped into different ranges, got a little more experimental, 808s and heartbreaks.
Right.
There's a lot of synthesizers and stuff. There's work that he did with T-Pain.
Auto-tune.
Great, great era for his music. I mean, his gospel album, Jesus is King, I thought that was good. But, as he does new stuff, I feel like it kind of gets a little weirder each time.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I like the hunger, Kanye. I like the first trilogy, if you will.
Yeah.
That was kind of my Kanye.
Yeah, that was a different Kanye. The different stages of his life, I feel like you can definitely see it in his music, 'cause
Right.
that was Kanye pre his mom passing away.
Right.
Then there was a different Kanye that we got after his mom passed away, which is understandable.
Yeah,
like she was his anchor. She kept him grounded. Like I can see that. And then, I feel like we've got Kanye post Kim and pre Kim and post Kim.
Mm-hmm.
And, post Kim Kanye, I feel like he's leaning back more into, like, he has a lot more stuff to say now because of everything that he's been through.
Right.
But yeah, it's still can't compare to old Kanye. Old Kanye had a message, an agenda. He had something to say, New Kanye, and not throwing any shade out there to billionaires, because billionaires can still rap, but
right,
where there's no hunger,
So what do you take on his clothing influence? And where does that come in at? Because I can honestly say I know everybody was on the Yeezys and the slides, and so I never was really on the
yeah, I'm a fence hopper on that. I'm on board, but I'm also not on board. When Kanye first started doing clothes, I thought it was a troll. I thought he was literally trying to prove that just because I've got my name on it, I can pretty much get people to wear anything.
I still feel like that's part of it.
I really felt like his line had a very homeless aesthetic to it.
It was the Matrix.
Yeah. It was very plain. It was very simple. It was solid colors.
When they were in the real world.
Yeah.
Had some holes in it, looked ruggedy.
Yeah. It was just very bare bones and basic. Like, we're moving away from labels. We're moving away from, trying to show the logos and everything like that.
Right.
So when he first came out, and this was, long, I mean, we're talking, 15 years ago at this point by now?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, this dude is trolling. I thought he was trolling. And then Balenciaga came out. I'm like, oh, no, they're really trolling.
Right.
Selling trash bags and rolls of tapes for thousands of dollars. Nah, but the shoes, I was actually on point with the shoe game. Like, I like the shoes. The 350s that he came out with were super comfortable. That Adidas Boost technology that he had, I loved it. I thought they were pretty comfortable shoes. Wasn't a fan of the price points, but yeah. But they definitely had a different look. It wasn't, for sure. It was futuristic. I'll give him that. It was unique in its style.
Yeah.
But
I never liked the slides. I know everybody was on the slides for me.
I wasn't a slide. I wasn't a slide fan. No, I didn't do the sock shoes.
The sock shoes, they were like $20. Yeah.
But I mean, people say they're comfortable.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, as a fashion icon, like, I can see it. He's definitely different. He's definitely unique. Like, he's not following trends. He's making trends. People have followed in his footsteps. But it's definitely, I don't know if I would go as far as to say he's ahead of his time with the fashion.
Right.
But he's definitely different.
Well, if we're talking boots, you saw Wale collab with Nike.
I did see that, yeah. And that's a full circle moment, I feel like, because when he first came out, like, he had a song, Nike Boots,
Right.
Flight and the rest of them still got my Nike boots. And now here we are, 2025. Wale finally has a Nike boot collab with Nike. Did I say that already?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wale has a Nike boot collab
with Nike.
Allow myself to introduce myself.
Because Wale wouldn't have a Nike boot deal with Adidas.
That would be crazy, right?
So no, I thought that was pretty dope.
Yeah, I thought that was cool, and I'm tripping too because I thought he had a different shoe that he was working on with Nike.
Yeah, we talked about that one that was inspired by the Foamposite.
Yeah,
sort of.
that he was wearing in the music video that he did.
Yeah,
I thought that was going to be his shoe.
Yeah,
but I guess not.
And another shoe. Just speaking of collabs, another shoe that I saw, Devin Booker's books, his Nike shoes. Since Nike owns Converse, they did a Chuck Taylor collab. So there's the Nike shoes that have the Converse
the Converse logo.
Yeah, he wore them in a game the other day. They're pretty dope. So don't know if that's coming to market. I didn't look into it, but I just saw it on one of the games.
That's
they were showing
crazy.
it. I was like, so it's a Nike basketball
it's a
shoe
Nike Chuck
that look like a Chuck. Yeah. So pretty crazy.
That's crazy.
But yeah, I mean those collabos. I mean, like basketball players, like hip hop art, especially hip hop. I think hip hop, like fashion, has definitely influenced basketball fashion for sure.
Yeah.
But I think hip hop has always kind of had that influence when it came to some of those collabs, like Chuck's.
For the longest time. I mean, back in the day, it almost seemed like they went hand in hand. Like,
yeah.
Because, I mean, I guess everybody came from the same streets, So you either wanted to be a baller or you wanted to be a rapper. And then once you became a rapper, you wanted to be a baller. Once you became a baller, you wanted to be a rapper.
Right.
Shaq, for example.
Right.
Cedric Ceballos, for example.
And speaking of that, like Shaq just dropped a freestyle with Chip Fu from the Fooshnickens.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty dope.
Yeah.
So, but I know that's not fashion related, but
I mean that collab, but I mean semi, because Shaq has his own sense of style and everything too.
Remember he had Twism.
Shaq has his clothing, yeah.
Twism.
Yeah. So I mean, I feel like that relationship has always been there.
Right.
We see it a lot.
Allen Iverson,
Master P, he's a rapper that went to the NBA, to the pro,
Right.
So I feel like that relationship has always been close. They've always been there. But when it comes to the styling and everything, as far as hip hop goes, I think the West Coast style genre, especially the gangster rap, had the most influence across hip hop as far as style goes.
Okay.
I mean, we know it started in the East. They had their Timbs, the baggy clothes, the Avrex jackets, the puffy jackets,
Clark Wallabies, the jerseys, all that.
And that stuff did spread. Like we did see people out here on the West Coast wearing that kind of stuff.
Right.
But then I feel like once NWA hit the scene and gangster rap hit the scene, I feel like that still influences fashion today. That era, that genre of gangster rap. From the early 1990s, the late 80s, I feel like it still influences the way that we dress today.
So like the Chucks,
the
baggy
baggy
jeans,
pants, and just the gangster culture, you
right?
know? Like I feel like it's
the long white tees,
gang banging to a whole another level. It took it international, basically.
Yeah.
We got people in Japan who are mimicking the culture,
the lowrider culture,
and everything like that, and that's not to take away from any other, because we've talked about how homogenized the genre is right now.
For sure. I mean, like you can't tell where people are from for the most part anymore because they, they're so influenced by other stuff that it's kind of there's no region. It's not regional anymore.
It's not regional anymore.
It used to be, oh, that dude's a New York rapper, regardless if you knew who he was or what. If you heard
that
it,
sound.
you knew it was a New York sound, or you knew it was a West. Now it's like producers are producing for everybody across the country, and rappers are collabing and So it's just like, and they're all influenced by their predecessors, so it's just a mixture of
because I've heard rappers come out of Baltimore that I thought were West Coast until I'm like, oh, he's Baltimore, like that's crazy, but like the South, they had their movement. Like we definitely had an era where Lil Wayne was influencing what people were looking like, and we still see some of that influence today too. I don't think it's as much as the gangster rap culture, but Nelly had a lot of influence. He had people wearing band-aids and jerseys all around, extra hats, super long t-shirts, so it's just, I just thought that was interesting, but to me, and please, like let me know in the comments if you agree. Do you think
it's an interesting take. It's an interesting take.
I think the West Coast had the most impactful influence.
I would say you're biased because you're from here, but
I've also traveled.
You did live on the East for a minute,
So I've been to the East Coast. I've been overseas. I've been in Japan. I've been to Australia. Like
not just visiting, lived.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. So
West Coast definitely seems to have the most influence that I've seen.
Do you think that's a Hollywood influence type of thing because the West Coast is Hollywood? So the West Coast
Possible.
came out, gangster rap came out, and then people just always looking, knowing they always look that direction.
It's possible.
Is
It could have also
is
been
that a thing?
It could have also been a timing thing. Because now we're talking. This is early MTV. This is early BET. So we had a lot more music, television, music programs, music videos that were being shown nationally across the board. We didn't really have that so much in at least the early 80s, because MTV came around late 80s and stuff like that.
Right.
So we did see some music videos in the 80s, but I think once the gangster rap hit, once NWA came out, Too Short, E40, that being pushed across the nation, I feel like that really had a big influence on the style of artists back in the day, even now today. Yeah, so that's good. I can see that. I could be wrong. That's just my opinion.
No, I can see it. I mean, but yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely subjectable.
Yeah,
but I see your point.
And like you said, I am probably biased being from the West Coast, but I feel like I'm onto something there.
Well, flipping out of music and into television, I wanted to talk about a milestone that's upcoming.
Yeah.
I'm a big Simpsons fan. I love the Simpsons, always have. They're coming up on their 800th episode.
Damn.
So the season finale, the season 37 finale.
That's going to be the 800th?
Yeah, so there's going to be, basically it's a two-parter. Is what's being reported. Is in the title. I wrote it down. It is Extreme Makeover Homer Edition is the reported title. But it's going to air back to back with the season finale. So it's the 800th episode is actually going to be the episode before the finale. So that when the season ends, it will be 801.
801. Okay.
So it's supposed to air on February 15th of next year. So 2026 February 15th, it'll air the 800th and the 801st episodes to close
The Simpsons.
Close out season 37, and that's an insane milestone.
That really is.
The fact that this thing has been around for literally our lifetime. Literally our lifetime.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just nuts, and it's still going with no plans to stop that I can foresee.
That's impressive. And that shows a lot. That shows a lot of the longevity. That shows a lot of the dedication of the fans, because we've seen many a show come and go that have tried to be like the Simpsons or try to be the next Simpsons. And
it's breaking not only animated TV show records, but just TV show records now.
Yeah,
it's like it's broken all the cartoon stuff. So now it's just straight up breaking sitcom records and everything else.
Yeah.
I kind of want to see it hit 1,000 episodes. I mean, that's going to take a few more seasons, obviously, quite a few, but I'd almost like to see it push to 1,000 episodes. Why not?
Yeah, because I mean, what would it take for the Simpsons to go off the air? You know what I mean? Like at this point.
Yeah. I mean, they're still. I mean, I know that their following has kind of declined a little bit over the years. I mean, because it comes and goes with certain trends and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, for me, I'd like to see it hit 1,000 episodes. I think that'd be a great, spectacular go out on number 1,000. Like that's the last.
That'll be the one.
The amount of people that would tune into that would be in their 60s.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
It would be nuts because that would probably make it to about 45th season or so. So
yeah, that'd be impressive.
That'd be nuts. I mean, that and along with the part 2 of the movie. I mean, from the beginning they said there'd never be a Simpsons movie. The fact that now they're coming with their second movie,
second one, is
kind of crazy. So
very true. So of the potential 800 episodes that are going to be out, do you have any favorites or any ones that stand out for you?
I don't know if I have any favorite episodes per se. I mean, I have early classic moments that always stick in my head, and most of them involve Ralph Wiggum. just the stupidity behind it.
Yeah.
There's a line that I use it from time to time currently, but one of the things that Ralph Wiggum said in one of the episodes when he saw Bart randomly in the streets was like, I know you from school. It was just so stupid.
Yeah.
And so, from time to time, I'd throw that on a coworker. You know what I mean? Oh, I know you from work. We're at work, and I'm like, I know you from work.
Yeah.
But just some of that stupidity behind it, I just thought was great. I just love how they've adapted to the times as they change, but the characters don't age.
Right.
I mean, they were watching a big old box floor TV to now they're watching a flat screen TV, and and they have cell phones and smartphones and VR versus the early days where they were, he was skateboarding and shooting a slingshot. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, I mean, the milestones that's come, the crossover with Family Guy, it's
not to mention the Nostradamus level predictions that they
predictions.
Yeah.
and again, this goes into like, were they predicting? Or were they just so many episodes that something's bound to be coincidental? You know what I mean? But some of it's eerily accurate.
Yeah.
So
it's funny how that works out.
But yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing it through the 800th episode, and
that'll be dope.
Checking out the second movie when it comes out.
Yeah, I kind of fell off The Simpsons once I found Family Guy. Like I kind of ventured more towards Family Guy now.
I did at one point, but then I kind of went back just because Family Guy is funny, but it got repetitive.
Yeah.
I love the flashbacks, but I also hate the flashbacks because it went from like you had a couple per episode to like every sentence is a flashback.
Is a flashback, yeah.
So, and I get it, that's their niche, but like
you're either having a flashback or a show tune.
Right. So, but Family Guy's still funny, so I still catch it, you know. But Simpsons is definitely top tier for me.
And then what's the other animated one?
I love Futurama as well.
Futurama's a good one.
I love Futurama.
That one is completely out of this world.
Then
what's the other one? South Park.
South Park's definitely up there. Yeah, and
South Park is I definitely was off of South Park for a minute. These latest episodes that they've been putting out have kind of
got me back in.
My interest.
Same.
But that's for the same reason I watch SNL.
Did you ever watch Archer?
I loved Archer up until
like season 4.
Miami.
Yeah.
Miami.
Yeah.
Once they got rid of ISIS, which I understand why they got rid of ISIS, because we actually had a real ISIS.
Right.
So Archer working for ISIS didn't go over too well. But yeah, I love me some Archer.
But yeah, I mean, and I just movies, right? So this may be a sensitive subject. I don't know if it's a hot take. Is it a hot take?
Let's find out.
All right, well, let's make it a hot take. It's time for another hot take brought to you by the handcrafted brews at Throttle House Coffee and Tea.
Order yours at throttlehouscoffee.com. That's Throttle, HAUS, coffee.com.
So, movies now, we've talked about how movies are a lot of remakes, a lot of, rehashes of old ideas, long anticipated sequels that are 30 years in the making, or prequels for that matter, trying to go off of old successes by trying to create new ideals around those successes, and it's kind of getting old, right? But one of the things that I'm seeing now is that we're in an era where you used to have video games that were made due to movies. A movie would come out and then they do a video game.
Yeah.
We're in the era now where more movies are based on video games than the other way around. There's even, I think we're in an era now where there's more movies being made based off video games than there are movies based about original ideals.
Okay.
I mean, you look at Fallout, and it's TV shows too, I should say, but Fallout, Last of Us, Arcane, Sonic, Mario Brothers. There's a new Donkey Kong coming. Five Nights at Freddy's. Like all these video games are now turning to movies.
Yeah.
And it's both. It's conflicting, right? It's both amazing and also sad at the same time because it's like they're running out of ideas and they're turning to video games to
make these ideas,
to make these movies.
Yeah.
But it also shows the level of creativity of certain video games and their writing skills. Like Last of Us is a phenomenal game series. So turning that into a film or a series, it made sense.
Yeah.
We've talked about the potential of a Red Dead, right?
Yeah.
We've talked about the writing that took place in that game. That's just incredible. There's rumors of GTA movies being, shopped around. The writing in those games are, especially the latest one, and then probably 6 when it comes out. The writing is phenomenal.
Right.
I mean, Fallout. The writing is phenomenal. So you're taking these ideals on these story-driven games, and you're turning them into films. The only difference is you're not playing it anymore. You're watching it.
You're watching it, yeah.
So it's the backwards. It used to be the other way around. You'd have the movie, the writing, etc., and then you'd play the movie or play a part of the movie or something related to the movie. But now they're taking the writing that these people have done in these games that it should be. I think the accolades and the awards for these, there are video game awards, but I think it needs to be up to notch because
Right.
that credit needs to be a lot more given because they're literally making Hollywood films
Based off of these video games.
huge blockbuster movies
Yeah.
off of the writing that was already done in these games.
Nah, that's an interesting point. Yeah. I'm as you're saying it, I'm like, I can't, like, I see it.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, and I think the era of movies has changed, and that's kind of what I'm thinking now is like the movie industry now is turning to video game writers for ideals to make movies.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're 100 years into movies now, you know, going back to the first silent movies.
Right.
So not to say that every idea has been exhausted, but we
might be close.
seen we may have almost reached the end of it, you know.
So
Because we've seen a lot of different stuff that's been made. We've seen a lot of different stuff that's been remade. So for them to pull from video games to make these movies, and they've done really good jobs with them too.
they have been.
It's not like it was back in the day, you know, like with the Mortal Kombat,
Right.
And, you know, not to say that they were bad movies, but they weren't like.
And there's new Mortal Kombat movies now because
Yeah.
of the storylines in the new Mortal Kombat. But the other side of it too is like even the simplistic things, right? Like the Sonic series.
Sonics, yeah.
So Sonics didn't have phenomenal story-driven writing. They just had concepts of a platformer, right?
Yeah.
So they kind of taken that and then turned it into the movie. So that's a little bit different. And they're doing their fourth one, I believe.
Yeah, I think it's the fourth. Yeah.
But more along the lines of like the Last of Us
Yeah,
and things like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Like even I mean this is an older one and this isn't part of this era, but Tomb Raider, right? They did what, 2 Tomb Raider movies back in the day?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised that a new Tomb Raider isn't coming, you know, at some point, you know, and you know, there's other games, Uncharted, like there's an Uncharted movie, right?
Yeah.
That was another one. That phenomenal game, phenomenal writing. Let's go out and get Spider-Man to play.
You know, it'd be
Play the part.
interesting. They don't have a
I know his name's not Spider-Man.
well, this is going the opposite direction, but I was thinking of a movie that would make a good video game, and I was thinking of Lost.
But see,
But again, that's backwards.
that's the thing. But that's the thing is they used to do that. They used to be
A movie
and then a game,
video
but now
yeah.
it's the other way around. So yeah.
That's crazy. Nah, that's definitely an interesting take. I think you might be onto something there.
It's the era of the video game, films, and television.
Yeah.
So well,
Crazy.
with that, we'll move into. I got some quick hitters. You know, you like your analytics. I like my quick
You like
hitters.
the quick hitters?
We're movie buffs, so I like knowing what's coming, what's coming, going, and in between, what's
Yeah.
rumored about. So I got a list here. So some of these are known, some of these may not be, but you know, interesting to me. So we've talked about Jumanji 3. We knew it was coming, so it's begun filming and it's aimed to hit theaters by December 11th, 2026. That's the tentative release date.
Okay, so we got a year for that one.
So, and I'm sure we'll get some more Rock and Kevin Hart TikTok videos because I remember they were doing that on the second one. They were going back and forth and doing some hilarity
Now, see, that would be
behind the scenes.
That would be an interesting movie turned video game because, like, to make an actual Jumanji video game.
Well, there is one.
There is a Jumanji video game.
based on the Rocks, the first
how
one.
have I missed that?
It's not a great game.
That explains it.
So looking forward to that one. I think this series is. I mean, nothing beats the original for me. I love the original Jumanji.
Yeah.
But this series is pretty funny as it's going. So the next one I got up is Michael J. Fox will be in Zootopia 2, and he's voicing the character of Michael J. the Fox.
That's a stretch.
So
No, that's cool. That's dope.
but I'm happy to see that, you know, it's a creative way to acknowledge and keep, you know, Michael J. Fox working. I mean, you know, everybody's got to know his plethora of film and television work.
Right.
So it's cool that he's still able to continue doing stuff, you know.
Yeah, that's dope.
Moving into some Marvel, we've got Tobey Maguire. He's reportedly going to return as Spider-Man in Avengers Doomsday. So we'll get some Tobey Maguire multiverse Spider-Man action.
Nice.
In the Doomsday. So Ke-Huy Quan, known for The Goonies, also has had some Oscar success as of late, says progress is coming for a Goonies sequel.
Damn, that's been a long time coming.
So will he be a grown man and bring out the slick shoes?
That'd be crazy.
Or will he have a son that has the slick shoes?
Yeah, is it going to be a whole nother generation of Goonies that never say die? Or are we going to see grown Goonies now?
I don't
Or
know.
grown Goonies with their kids.
Grown and their kids are now Goonies.
And their kids are now the Goonies.
Who knows?
Is Sloth still living underground?
Is Sloth still alive?
Is Sloth still alive? Is
You guys.
Is he working at the local 5 and Dime bagging groceries or something?
Is he still wearing a Superman shirt? Did he wash it? So next up on the list, and this kind of goes back into a little bit of Marvel. Our buddy Ryan Coogler.
Mr. Coogler.
We're both big fans and spoke highly of him on many episodes.
Yes.
He's confirmed that Black Panther 3 will be his next film.
Okay.
So,
man, where are they going to go from here?
Kind of happy to see that he's back into that realm as well.
I mean, hopefully,
all the stuff he's
hopefully
touching.
we can get away from the race wars. You know,
So-
the blacks versus the Mexicans. Like, it's, maybe this one we can work together.
Right. Well, hey, I'm looking forward to it. He did a great job with Black Panther, and I'm still looking forward to seeing what he does with X-Files. So, on the Black Panther
Nice.
tip, Chadwick Boseman, he has just received his Hollywood Star on the Walk of Fame. So I'm congratulations.
Congrats,
He just
yeah.
received that on the 20th. So, that's well deserved. He's got a nice body of work beyond Black Panther, but well deserved. Going into the next one, with the success of Mario Brothers movies, they're obviously a Donkey Kong to follow. So a Donkey Kong movie is planned for release sometime in 2028.
Is this going to be live action or animated?
I believe this will be animated similar to the Mario. I think it's going on the long, because
Okay.
Donkey Kong was in the Mario movie as well.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I think it's just kind of spinning off of that success.
Okay.
Kind of doing its own thing.
Live action Donkey Kong would be crazy.
Next up, since you said live action, How to Train Your Dragon had some success for its live action reiteration.
Yeah,
so,
I enjoyed it. I thought it was good.
They're doing part 2 now.
Part 2.
So that one begins filming. It probably has begun filming as this is airing.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed the first one. I think I had a similar experience to you, where when I first started watching it, it was just bizarre knowing who the actors were and knowing the voices of the actors.
Yeah.
Seeing the new faces and hearing the new voices.
Yeah.
At the beginning, it was like, this isn't right. And then as I got to watching it, I just enjoyed it.
Then it all.
So it was a great,
then the voices from the animation kind of fell away.
it was a great, almost 1-to-1 shot. I mean, it was a great iteration. I like the live action version.
Yeah, no, they did a good job. They did a really good job. Super believable for what it was. I appreciate the effort and the art that goes into making the live action from an animated,
Right.
but at the same time, it's literally just watching the same movie in a different format.
It is. I mean, it reminds me of when they did Jungle Book and Lion King and all that.
Yeah.
They're 1-to-1 shots.
Yeah.
It's just that it's updated
It's a
technology,
different type
right?
of-
It's new CG versus the cell animation.
Yeah.
And this is, instead of CG animation, it's live action.
Live action.
with CG.
Yeah.
So
They do a good job on it. I'm looking forward to seeing what 2 has to bring. I don't think I'm going to run out to the theaters to go watch it, but I'm definitely down to watch that one.
yeah.
Yeah.
So next up, we got Ruben Fleischer, who's saying that they are looking at making Zombieland 3, aiming for maybe a 2029 timeline.
That's some years out from now.
So I love Zombieland.
First one was great.
First Zombieland for sure is on the top of my all-time zombie list. I think it's number 1 for me. I think that one's up there. Shaun of the Dead is up there.
Shaun of the Dead is a good one.
But Zombieland is a great film. Part 2 was okay. I didn't dislike it, but it was not
part 1.
It was not top. It was not part 1. Part 1 was just there was a certain level of just everything that went into that it just made sense, and it was just a great film.
Yeah.
The second one, I felt there was a little bit of trying. The first one seemed natural.
The first one was natural. The second one is, and I don't know. I think that's a lot of sequels, but it felt like they were trying to ride the wave.
Right.
Ooh, we struck gold with the first one. Let's try it again.
Yeah.
And it doesn't flow as
So
well.
a third one, maybe redeem itself. Is it needed? I don't know. Will I watch it? Probably.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping the third one is like the comeback where, because of the lull of the second one, if you want to call it that, they're going to be like, you know what, third one, like, we're really going to take our time and do this one right.
Right.
So,
Hopefully.
yeah.
I mean, we know that the new Friday is in the writing stages, and
Yeah.
I'm hearing a lot of hilarity coming from what people have spoken about in interviews and whatnot, coming out of the writers' room.
Yeah.
Concepts of concepts, if you will. But we're waiting to see that final. I actually heard too that it might not be called Last Friday, that it might be called This Friday. That they're playing with the title of calling it This Friday.
Yeah.
So
that would be interesting.
We shall see. Next up on the hit list, I got a Jessica Rabbit movie. Reportedly is in the early works.
Didn't see that coming.
But yeah, out of the blue, we got a Roger Rabbit reference, right?
Yeah.
So
maybe Eddie Murphy will be in this one.
I was gonna say the only Roger Rabbit current news that I have is I saw in the documentary he said he turned Roger Rabbit down because he read the script and thought it was just stupid. It was a dumb idea. Then he saw it. And he was like, "Oh, this is genius."
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe he'll get in part two. Well, it's not really part two. It's a Jessica Rabbit standalone. But
she gets her own spinoff.
Kind of an interesting, reach into the hat and pull out Jessica Rabbit for a movie.
Yeah, like that's out of left field.
So we'll see how that goes.
I wonder who they're going to get to voice Jessica Rabbit, because I know Kathleen Turner did it originally, and
right.
She's no shade, but she's a lot older now.
Right.
So are they gonna like try to find somebody similar that has a similar type of voice?
Maybe they'll use AI.
Yeah,
if she signs off on it, I guess maybe.
Could be done. We've seen it happen.
We shall see. So that's interesting. And finally, this one is a known. It's coming. But the Toy Story 5, we know that's coming out soon.
Yeah.
But the teaser that just dropped earned 142 million plays within 24 hours.
Damn. So there's a big want for a new Toy Story.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those, toys, Pixar in general. We've talked about this. Their writing has always been spot on.
Yeah.
They have some great writers on that on the Pixar side.
Yeah.
They always get people that just do a phenomenal job. I remember when Toy Story came out as a child and loved it. Still do. It's a great film. I think it was way ahead of its time animation-wise.
Yeah.
Part 2 came out, still pretty young, and enjoyed it. Part 3 came out, and I was at that point where I was like, do we need this?
Yeah.
Enjoyed it. Part 4 came out,
yeah,
and it was like, do we need this?
But that was a good one too.
and part 4 was the one with the scene where they grip each other and they're going into the incinerator,
Yeah.
And it's like, as a grown man, you sitting there like,
no,
I'm not crying, you're crying.
Yeah.
Something in this air conditioning. But it's like, dude, like they always find a way to get the writing on point, draw up various emotions. Everything in all the movies. And now with this one obviously being a battle of toys versus tablet versus technology, if you will, I'm really curious at this point. Like, I'm actually excited to see Toy Story 5. Like, at this point, especially in a part 5 of anything, I'd go, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of where I'm at. I'm like, a fifth one? Do we really need a fifth one? I mean, Andy's grown up now.
Right.
So
he gave the toys to Bonnie, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Bonnie. Yeah.
So he gave the toys to Bonnie, so she has them. But I guess she's growing, so she's into the tablets and the technology.
Yeah.
So we're, it's going to be interesting to see.
It'll be, definitely. I want to see this one
because I read somewhere initially, way back when this was just toyed around, like no pun intended, as an idea a few years back, that it was going to be something along the lines of Andy's a full blown adult, like he's got his own family, his own kids, and so he's going out looking for his original toys
to give to his kids.
Like he was going to track down Bonnie,
who
at some point had given hers away, and and it was going to be this whole storyline of him trying to find his toys and where the toys are, and it was going to be like a whole thing. But now it seems like that was all maybe internet rumorville, and this is the whole thing is about tech versus toy.
Crazy. Well, that'll be dope. That'll be nice to see how they spin that.
That's my hitters for the movie and TV industry.
That's it.
Well, I guess that brings us to our favorite ending segment.
The tidbit?
The tidbits.
Yes. Tidbit. iPhone is releasing a new case for their devices called the iPhone Pocket. Have you seen it?
Have I seen it?
Have you seen it?
Have I seen it?
Tell me, have you seen it? Yeah, so it's basically...
Dude, it's a Thneed.
It's a Thneed.
If you know the Lorax, If you know the Lorax, it's a Thneed.
I was gonna say it's a scarf with a hole in it.
No, it's a Thneed. It can wash, it can wipe, it can carry your wife, it can do it. I'm just gonna rhyme all kinds of stuff.
All of it,
like,
yeah.
It can do anything.
Yeah.
Like that's what it looks like.
You're
It's just a piece of cloth with a couple of holes in it.
You're not wrong. It's a scarf that you can put your phone in, your AirPods in, whatever you want. But it's a knitted strap developed by fashion label Izzy Miyake.
No, it was developed by Dr. Seuss. Dr. Seuss, and it was called the Thneed.
He better sue them.
Right? I mean, they could have at least collabed and put the Lorax on the Thneed, if you will. The Apple Thneed.
But yeah, it says Apple and Izzy Miyake share a design approach that celebrates their words, not mine. Craftsmanship, simplicity, and delight. And this is coming from Molly Anderson, who is Apple's vice president of industry design.
Well, great job for those designers of watching the Lorax and saying, hey, we can do that with the phone.
Yeah.
Because I'm sorry, that's a Thneed.
Yeah, they got 2 different sizes of it. They have the short pocket, which is going to cost $150.
Oh, so they're affordable too.
So they're affordable, a lot more affordable than the VR glasses they came out with. And then they have the long version for $230. So yeah, if you're a huge Apple ecosystem avid user,
I have no hate for Apple in that sense, but when it comes to the accessories and the stuff, I'm like, come on. Like, dude, you got a scarf with some holes in it.
I don't know. It could be another troll. It could be, let's throw something out and see what sticks. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's going to be some diehard Apple fans that are going to go
for
out
sure
and cop this on
They're
day
probably
one.
in line right now waiting outside the store for it.
Yeah. But nah, I thought
They're Thneeds, by the way.
I thought that was interesting. Yeah. So
whoever has the ownership of maybe DreamWorks has some ownership. I don't know. Whoever owns Dr. Seuss's like rights,
yeah,
they need to look into this whole Thneed thing, because that's a Thneed. I can hear the dude singing about. They might as well put him in the commercials and advertise for him.
Right.
So, well, with that, I guess that brings us to the conclusion of our fall episode.
Not only our fall episode, the end of season 3.
3 is in the books.
Yes.
So with that, I want to bid a happy Thanksgiving or happy Indigenous Day, depending on how you want to view it or celebrate. Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas,
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, and we'll see you after the New Year with season 4.
Yes.
So if you haven't been caught up, you've got a couple of weeks while we take these holidays.
You got 6 weeks.
Spend some family time, and you can catch up with season 1, 2, and 3 on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, and anywhere else podcast or streamed or viewed. And with that, can you reach that?
Can you reach that? Can you reach that? Brought to you by Double One Entertainment in Coopersville. Hosted by Tango and Coop. And created and edited by Tim Greenlee and Brandon Adolphus. Music, sound design, and editing by Michael B. That's me. Visual art and graphic design by Jonathan Greenlee. Additional visual design by Timothy Greenlee.